trail by 8. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Beast out there with Sharp. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Dick passes to Barnes. And here's quickly for 3. The Trailblazers pull it in. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Dick finds Barrett. Oh, good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 6. Doncic outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
All free throws good from Doncic.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Barnes against Doncic. And that one's good. Barnes has got 20 points.
Boy, you can see how dominant Scotty Barnes is capable of being. This guy is so aggressive right now.
The Beast passes to Wembanyama. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Barnes kicks to Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Launches it. And Emmanuel Quickly hits from deep. Quickly's got 14 points.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel Quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
Here's Wembanyama. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Quickly looking it over. Pass to Barrett. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Here's the Beast. He's got 11, and the shot goes down.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Quickly with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Wembanyama outside. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Checked in for Portland. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And when you look at Portland, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction.
Now, Sohan following the 3-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Doncic, no good.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Barrett. And he lays it straight in. And that's 13 points for R.J. Barrett.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
Here's the beast. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. The drive by Barnes. To the top of the key, Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Quickly the pass to Barnes. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from the beast.
Boy, the extraordinary playmaking instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
Inside, here's Pirtle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Pirtle's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job." At the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Williams, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Reza Shea is coming in for Doncic. And it's Koulibaly in for Shaedon Sharpe. Pirtle dishes to Barrett, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
14 foul.
And the Raptors with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
Here's the beast. 17 points in the game. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And here is Quickly. Outside, Barrett fires for three. And Emmanuel Quickly gets the three. Quickly's got 7 points here in this quarter.
A great pass, and Quickly makes great use of it.
Here's the beast. Quickly covering. Shots good by the beast.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Dick finds Quickly. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to the beast. Unloads from 13. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here's Barrett. He's got 13. Dick can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Koulibaly. Here's the beast. Misses the three.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Barnes. Quickly trying to break free. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Barrett.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And finished off by Williams.
What I really love about this kid, Williams is he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Here's Quickly. Following the basket by Robert Williams. Quickly the pass to Barnes. It's Barrett on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta. Barrett's got 16 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Amen Thompson comes in for Sohan. Trailblazers trail by 7. Williams, a screen on Brogdon. The Beast passes to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Here's Barnes. 22 points for him. Pass to Quickly. Here's Pirtle. Now, here's Barrett. Driving inside. Portland grabs the miss. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Raptors leading by 5. Here's Quickly. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Quickly's got 20.
Well, this is what you expect from Quickly. This guy, one of the premier pull-up shooters in the game.
Here's the Beast. He's guarded by Brogdon.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
They had such a strong presence in the paint. Just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Now a timeout called by Portland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Sharp's checked in. Pass to Doncic. Oh, good with the triple. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Abaji. He's got 7. And here is Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Here's Quickly. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now a 9-point Raptor lead. Sharp against Brogdon. Out to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Over Quickly. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Quickly the pass to Abaji. And that one's good. Quickly's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Doncic, here we go.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Toronto leading by 9. To Abaji. Portland grabs the miss. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Now, here's Thompson. After Malcolm Brogdon's miss. Back to Doncic. Over Quickly. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Lays it up off the glass. Quickly's got 26 points.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Here comes the Raptors wide line, which means we need
Keon Mitchell's checked in for Toronto. Portland also making some changes. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Williams. And it's the Beast in for Doncic. Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Oh, Wembanyama, too easy.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Over to the wing. Mitchell wide open. Off target with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shots good by the Beast. And now it's only a 5-point Toronto lead.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
They double-team Brogdon. From downtown, sinks the triple. Brogdon's got 5 now.
Brogdon very capable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy's so efficient.
Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. The Beast passes to Wembanyama. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Abaji. What a performance for Emmanuel Quickly. He has been the story for Toronto. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. They got Scotty Barnes. Brogdon out there with Mitchell. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Abaji in at the three. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Trailblazers trail by 8. Wembanyama high post. Here's Sharp. Hits it from three-point range. Sharp's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Portland. On the wing, Barnes. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 4 assists now tonight. Trailblazers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Olynyk with the steal. Mitchell up top. Pass to Barnes. Over Thompson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
They get it back. Wembanyama. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Olynyk.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
He throw good, Wembanyama.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Beast. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Now Mitchell. Pass to Barnes. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Brogdon. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Now, here's Doncic. Now, Wembanyama. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And a missed layup. Barnes with it. Picked up by Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
Manuel quickly, he's checked in for Mitchell. A shot by Sharp, nobody around. A second chance effort. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Thompson.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Thompson. That's his fourth personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Brogdon. Master Olynyk. Here's Abashi. He's defended by Koulibaly. 5 on the clock. Screen by Olynyk. Three-pointer. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Now, here's Brogdon. The 3 from Barnes. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Barnes has got the lead up to 14 now for Toronto. Thompson finds Wembanyama. Sharp with it. Wembanyama sets a screen for Sharp. Portland again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Sharp the pass to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Sharp. A three-pointer off the mark.